The Heist of the Decades. Contrary to popular belief, the year 2020 was the 10th and final year of the 2010s decade. A year ago, many people celebrated the start of a new decade. But not only was the year 2020 not something to celebrate, it was also not the start of a new decade. The year 2021 is. And this is because there are no 0 years. There was no year 0 AD. It went from 1 BC to 1 AD. Years are numbered 1 through 10 rather than 0 through 9. So, although no one is correctly celebrating it as such, 2021 is actually the start of a new decade. The previous decade, which just came to an end, started in 2011. I know it may seem a bit confusing, but it was the 2010s decade, even though the year 2010 was not actually part of it. 2011 was the year Nobel Peace Prize recipient Barack Obama brought peace to Libya by bombing the hell out of it. A peace which still continues to this day. And the same goes for Syria. So much peace. A well-deserved Peace Prize indeed. It was also the year that Todd Howard's magnum opus, the game Skyrim, came out. To this date, over a decade later, it still remains the 5th and final game in the Elder Scrolls franchise. Though we now enter into a new decade, it will probably be another half a decade or so before we see Skyrim 2 Electric Boogaloo. And 2011 was also the year the Nintendo 3DS came out, and a lot of other things happened. But now, it's a new decade. A time to, in the words of Father Elijah, begin again. In a comment, someone asked me, "Why do you call yourself Thomas Becket?" And if you want to understand that context, I'd suggest you read up on the historical figure on Wikipedia. I didn't expect this YouTube channel to last as long as it has. I thought I was going to end up terminated within days or perhaps only hours of uploading the first video. I figured since it happened to my old account, it was certain to happen this time as well. But that's not how the cookie crumbled. I didn't expect to still be here in the year 2021. Hell, I thought I'd be gone before the end of 2018. Don't ask me why YouTube didn't terminate this account. I have no clue why they do or don't do anything. I just know there's no consistency or rhyme or reason behind it. There's a lot of things I'd have done differently if I had it to do over again, but there's no changing what's been done. The only thing you can do is begin again. And that's why I decided it was time to change the name of the channel. New decades don't come around very often, only about every 10 years or so, so why put it off any longer? It's something I've thought about for a while now. I was never really happy with the whole Thomas Becket thing anyway, to be honest. So, in response to this comment, which by the way has strangely disappeared, but I did get the notification for it. Why do I call myself Thomas Becket? Well, I don't. I never really did. It was just supposed to be some temporary thing, but it's dragged on and gotten long in the tooth. So now I decided it was time to begin again. So I hope that answers your question. And by the way, Happy New Year. Happy New Decade, actually.